Welcome back to another Architect Reacts video. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Iron Man's House with Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz.
What's up?
AD, how are you? I'm Mrs. Dean.
Mr. Dean right here.
And we want to invite you into our home. Come.
Coming to the Zaza.
You know, the house is very open, so we occupy all the spaces in the home, but there is something about the circle that feels so good, especially with the view and the water, which feels so calming and peaceful. This is the perfect way to welcome people in. It's comfortable.
We wanted something that felt warm, something that feels like places we traveled around the world, and you know, with this view and with these colors, it just locks us into the universe.
My love loves clean lines. He's really about just everything feeling really clean. It's almost like it doesn't obstruct you as you're imagining, dreaming, thinking, and I think that's something we do a lot here. We do a lot of dreaming. Virgo. He's definitely a Virgo, but we do a lot of dreaming.
Yes,
you know, and so it doesn't get in the way of whatever we could possibly, you know, imagine.
Everything was curated. Everything was designed for the space. One of Wallace Cunningham's best works.
One of the things about this design which I see stands out a lot is the commercial aspect to the design. The glazing system here uses these clamps which we call spider clamps, and because they go in 4 directions, so from the middle they go out and they clamp onto the glass to hold it in place. I don't know when this was designed, but these days you can get extremely large pieces of glass. If you think of the Apple Store, it's a big glass box and they have some of the biggest glass sheets in the world, and I think that could have lent itself to this design. If the budget was there, I would have definitely gone for a larger piece. So each one of these pieces could be a single piece of glass. You can certainly do that these days if you had the money, but it's not 100% desirable for the same effect, essentially, with regards to the light coming into the property.
Who love Iron Man, they're like, that's the Iron Man.
It is the Iron Man house.
Grown-ups. I don't blame Tony Starks and them using this as an example to fight the world.
Exactly, to save the world, right? We definitely are.
Save the world.
Right, we're saving the world from here too.
Yeah.
So this is one of the favorite places in the house. The house is an open layout, so you can really just
So you can see the ripple effect on the glass here. That's something that's unavoidable if the glass is curved. If it isn't curved, I suspect it's the type of glass that they've used. You have many different types of glass, which I won't go into in this video, but during the creation process, when they're heating the glass, this is what happens when you specify a certain glass type over another glass type. I think it's curved, so that would be the issue of why it looks like this and why everything outside is a little bit blurry. But if it is straight glass, which I don't think it is, this will be an issue with regards to the specifications.
Experience it as an open space, but we love hanging out here. We love eating here.
Playing games, boy. She's the board game master.
I love games.
Yeah.
We play cards, we play dice, we play board games, and then a lot of times we'll just casually eat at the counter in the kitchen. It's really kind of whatever's happening. If lunch is going on, we'll just gather around the counter and chill out. We love to cook.
Filler, I think.
Have our friends and family over.
Yes. Always music playing.
Always music playing. In fact, that's how you know he's awake. If music's playing, he's up. We love this set. It is so special. It feels somehow simple, yet very luxurious at the same time, and it has a great amount of space.
I love the interiors in this home.
This is a family home. We have our kids here. Our kids have their friends over, everything like that. So we definitely, you know, feel like we can also still eat on these, which is important. You know,
the dog definitely feels that he can drool on them, because the amount of drool that I'm wiping up is kind of disrespectful.
Aww.
But we love you, Samba.
I know. He's a big dog. He can't help it.
He's a big guy.
Okay, off to the family room we go. Let's go. Let's go. So we're in the formal dining room.
I want this table. This is, yeah, I want it.
So the family room, that's what I love. It's a beautiful structure, but it's also quite casual too, you know.
One thing I noticed is I think it's a guardrail at the top mezzanine level. It looks like it's fixed straight into the concrete here, which isn't bad, but what you gotta think of is the cleaning methodology. If this isn't sealed at the top, in between the glass and the floor, then you're gonna have crumbs and bits that go through that little slot there, and it will be almost impossible to clean it. So the inside face of that glass is gonna get very, very dirty, and it will be difficult to clean.
We mix the spaces together. You know, the formal dining room is in the family room, so we're watching TV in this room, we're playing loud movies, we're falling asleep on the couch, we're having, you know, holiday dinners, whatever the case is. This is a beautiful space. Also, the view is beautiful. We can open the doors and dine outside as well. We can play, we can jump in the pool. It's a very...
So you can see this is a infinity pool where you don't see the edge. If you're in the pool, then you probably don't see this greenery beyond here and here. And it appears like the pool is connected with, I think that's ocean over there. I think it is, yeah. So you get this connection between the pool and the ocean, so that's why they call it infinity pool, because it goes beyond, right up into the distance, the horizon.
Open type of way, open living.
Super fun room.
We have our amazing Derek Adams here, which is occupying the entire wall. And it's so beautiful because we get to see kind of the fun of swimming and having a good time. We know we're right on the water, so it fits into...
I feel like it's like a family portrait of our family.
They've made a otherwise bland concrete wall into a feature wall just by adding some art. It's not necessarily just about the architecture itself to inform the spaces, but it's what you put into it that creates a home.
You know, African art and different pieces all over the world that are a part of this room. I love that for it. It just feels like it's a mixture of a lot of different cultures. We do own the largest collection of Gordon Parks, and so we're very proud of that.
This one right here, this one spoke to the living room. It's like, to mix the photography, you know, and with the furniture, it just felt like the perfect mix.
That's a nice piece of furniture.
I love technology, right? So the new B&O TV set is crazy with the sculptures in the living room. So the whole house sound is B&O. They might should pay me now.
They definitely should.
They might should pay us now.
If they didn't,
we spent a lot of money with you guys.
we're coming for them.
I'm a audiophile too, and B&O is definitely a name brand which is not to be with.
Now, and then Miss Jordan Castile is so special.
I just love how she's sitting in this room with us. Like,
yes.
It's like everybody's in the room with us.
It's also thought-provoking, and I think we love to do that with the art.
Yes.
I love how there's like the work inside the work, which is really awesome to see, and then these like gold panels, spray paint down there, and like you see the texture of his paint.
Yeah, mixed media is out of
gosh, so special. Love this one. Yeah, I guess we call this the library. We call it the piano room. Egypt practices piano here. I practice piano here. We definitely, you know, kind of.
So that is the mezzanine guardrail there, and you can see that there is a little gap here which runs along, and if there is any dirt, crumbs, anything messy that goes into that gap, it's going to be very difficult to clean. Sometimes they would seal that gap and they would paint the back of the glass which is below that gap so that you don't see any mess or any of the detailing which goes with regards to the paint and the side of the concrete that is fixed into. So many different ways you can do that. If you leave it exposed for any dirt or debris to go down the gap, then you might have an issue with regards to cleaning and maintenance.
Relax, lounge, read, chill. You can watch over. A lot of times he's just kind of hanging out here thinking.
But it's about keeping the warm colors, because, you know, this house is, you know, the Iron Man house. So that means that it's, you know, it's kind of industrial in a way. It can be kind of cold, and we wanted to just warm it up and bring the energies with the rugs and the different tones that we purposely picked to just make it feel like a home and not only a sculpture, but marry them both together.
This piano is a very important piano, actually. This piano is my very first piano ever. So my son gets to
She's got to play the piano now.
First piano when I first was, you know, signed to Columbia Records. This was the piano that they gave me, and at the time, I thought that, I mean, it might as well have been $20 million. I felt so excited. I didn't have anything that looked like this ever before. I've always kept it. It's always been with us. And now that Egypt plays on his piano, it's like, it's pretty amazing. So this is special.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I used to diss this piano because I'm like, babe, like they got pianos now. Like, we could do something custom, we could do something amazing. Then when she told me the story, I had to be like,
it's special.
Keep it special.
Like 16 years old. That's from when he was a kid. We had to put the stickers on the notes, and so that he can remember where to place stuff.
Okay, here we go.
Now, can't play without the pedal.
Trying to tell you, that's that front row seat I got. I'm trying to tell you.
There it is. Concert.
That was good.
Thanks. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming through, AD. We love having you. But you gotta go home. I mean, they probably don't want to go home, but this time. You can come back again. We'll see you next time.
So that's a good example of when a homeowner actually creates a home rather than just having a house full of contents. They've carefully selected these items to create their own style within the property, and they've formulated a story behind everything within their property to create a home which is fit for their needs. One of the items was the piano, which was Alicia's first piano when she was signed. And this has clear sentimental value. She can clearly still use it, and they've made a feature out of it on that mezzanine level that they've got there. It's such a great use of items within the home to complement the architecture itself, and they work hand in hand together. They've got an amazing home there. I would love to visit one day, maybe if I'm as rich as Tony Stark is in the MCU. If you want to see a part 2 to this video where I break down Iron Man's representation of this home, then let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.